Hey guys, welcome back to Python 101. And today we're on, week 19, part 2. So yay, almost week 20. And remember when I said this was going to take 25 weeks? Well, maybe not. Okay, so either way, at this rate, we're probably only going to take 26. But either way, let's get to it. So we're going to talk more about object-oriented programming. Yay, boo. So last time we talked about the regular object-oriented programming, or OOP. We covered the class keyword and to define object classes, create class attributes, and methods. We also learned about two very important but different things called inheritance, where derived classes can inherit attributes and and methods from a base class. And we also talked about polymorphism, where different object classes that share the same method can be called from the same place. So we also learned about special methods for classes like init, string, length, and delete. In this section, we'll dive deeper into multiple inheritance, the self keyword, method resolution order, or MRO, and Python's built-in super function. But today we're mainly going to cover the first two, saving the last two for next time. All right, so we're going to revisit inheritance. So recall that within inheritance, one or more derived classes can inherit attributes and methods from a base class. This reduces duplication and means that any changes made to the base class will automatically transfer to the derived classes. So it's kind of like a gene, like DNA, but if you change the original DNA strand, the rest will also change, which is kind of how DNA works, I think. But I'm not a pro, so don't judge me. All right, first we're gonna call it P101 week 19 part 2. All right, so first up, we're gonna create a class of animals because they're the easiest. I'm gonna define double, remember, double underscore init. People always go for like 1, but it's actually 2. And then we're gonna self name and then legs. Where self dot name equals name, self dot legs oops, I almost wrote equals legs. All right, now we're gonna create another class called bear. And this bear is no normal bear because it's an animal. Okay, no, animal. We're gonna define and then space init, self name legs, and then legs are equal to 4, and hibernate. We're gonna call that a yes because that's what bears do. All right, next up. Oops, that's messed up, I forgot to. Okay, now self dot name equals name. So remember, this is the non-inheritance way. So this is the really stupid way. And then we do self dot legs. And then self dot hibernate equals hibernate. Oh, it's animals. There we go. And then we could just call on it and stuff. But that would be very insufficient because we're basically just calling these twice. So why do we want to inherit from animal if we can't use its constructor? The answer, so it's to the answer this question is basically to just call animal init instead of own init. So basically, we just keep the hibernate. And then we could do baby Yoda equals bear baby Yoda, because Yoda is obviously a bear. And then we do print baby. Oh, there we go. Yoda dot name. I did it twice. Baby Yoda. Oof. I done goofed up. Yeah, I goofed up. So here it basically wants to. Self. I forgot to add a new thing. So animal. I was talking about the baby Yoda that I forgot to do the init part. Animal dot double underscore init, and then double underscore, and then now we do self name and then legs. Name and why do I keep writing animal? It's animals. Okay, there we go. Now it's baby Yoda, and then we can do legs, them legs, and then we do hibern. So classes, well, they're kind of complicated, and if you miss a part of it, then the whole thing is wrong. And this is why I don't like this. Okay, but either way, let's keep going. So multiple inheritance, let's talk about that. Multiple inheritance sometimes it makes sense for a derived class to inherit qualities from 2 or more base classes. Python allows for this with multiple inheritance. So you might be wondering, what is that? Well, guess what? I'm here to help. Okay, so cars. Let's create a class of car. And then we do define. We're going to define init. And then we're going to do self. And then we're also going to do wheels equals 4. Don't forget the colon. And then self dot wheels equals wheels. All right, so that's pretty straightforward. We're going to talk about gasoline next. So gasoline is a type of car. No, gasoline car is a type of car. I'm going to class gasoline and then car because it's still a type of car. I did that. Next, we're going to define init again. And then self engine equals gas. And then the tanking capacity equals 200. I don't drive a car, so I have no idea what it, but I keep, oh wait, gasoline, this is capacity. Yeah, because you refill cars. So next up we do in multiple inheritance, car dot underscore init, double underscore, and then we do self. Oops. Next up, self dot engine equals engine. Self dot tank capacity equals tank. Okay, there we go. And then self dot tank. So oops. self.tank equals 0. And next we're going to define refuel self. So we're going to do this refill function thingy. Let me just create a new space. All right, then we're going to do self.tank equals self.tank capacity. Next up, electric car. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this because it's basically the same, but Elon Musk is like, no, I will not call it the same. So first of all, I'm gonna call it electric car. Next up, the engine is electric. Elon was also like, no, I do not want capacity for tank. I want capacity for kilowatts per hour. Yeah, sure, kilowatts per hour. And then and then he was like, no, I will not make it 0. No, 200. I will make it 500 because I am rich. Okay. Next, Elon is like, engine is still an engine. Soap is soap. Tank capacity. Nope. I'm gonna go with kilowatts per hour. Same here. Still kilowatts. So at this point, I'm just using caps lock. Kilowatts per hour. Nope. And then here, Elon is like, nope, this is not a tank. This is kilowatts per hour. Well, no. All right, so what happens if we have an object that shares properties of both gasolines and electrics? Well, we could just create a derived class that inherits from both. Now, let's see. TCMA is like, screw Elon, screw Ford. We're gonna have a hybrid. So we create a hybrid class that's gonna inherit from both gasoline and electric cars. And then we're gonna define pretty much the same thing because cars are cars. Engine is, we're gonna call it hybrid. And then we're gonna call it kilowatts capacity equals 50. And we're also gonna add a tank. There we go, tank capacity equals 30. Now we're gonna define gasoline. We're gonna do this twice, but instead here we're gonna call it gasoline.init. And then here we're also gonna do engine. And then we're gonna do tank, capacity. Here we're also gonna do self engine. And then we're gonna do kilowatts per hour. Capacity. Okay, and then here we're gonna call it electric. All right, so next up we're gonna call this thing, let's see, TCMA, because I did it. TCMA, I'm gonna make it lowercase just in case, just to be safe, just to be safe. TCMA equals hybrid and we're gonna print TCMA, and then we could do dot, I don't know, tank, and that would get 0 because so far it's 0. And then what about capacity? And then 50, so, and then if we do TCMA dot recharge, and then we print TCMA dot kilowatts. Oops. Did I forget to put? Oh, I put recharge. Because electric cars recharge. They do not refuel. They recharge. Gross. There we go. 50. Boom. So multiple inheritance is like genes, but cooler because genes can only have one, but this you can have everything. So more than 100, you can have anything. So really, that's kind of really complicated. So we're gonna just end it here for today. If you have any questions, feel free to join my Google Classroom. Oh yeah, I have a Google Classroom. So let me show you Classroom. Change that into that. All right, so Google Classroom. Here's the thing, I already have 6 guys, and here's the code. And last but not least, you know what to do. Go to youtube.com, search up Here I Am, and then just press subscribe. That's supposed to be this red button here, but it's not here because that's my own thing. So that's gonna be it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.